shall eat those things with which atonement was made, and to consecrate and to sanctify them. The purpose of the food is to consecrate and sanctify them. But how is this possible? It is because these things were that which atonement was made. This is really the very first time that this word, kafar, or atonement, is used in the Bible in this sense. It's only been used twice so far. The first was when Noah covered. He kafared the ark with pitch in Genesis 6:14. All right, the second time is when Jacob set about to appease or to cover, to kafar the anger of his brother Esau with a gift in Genesis 32, verse 20. Now it is used for the third time, indicating the covering or atonement of the sins of Aaron and his sons. This covering or atonement is simply a combination of the words at one meant. In other words, the intent of atonement is to reconcile through the covering. Peace and harmony is restored. In the case of Aaron and his sons, the need for atonement actually highlights their failings. They needed a sacrifice for themselves. In this foreshadowing of Christ, we see how he, Jesus, far excelled the Aaronic priesthood. He had no sins of his own. The sacrifices of Aaron were first for himself and only then for the sins of others. However, the atonement of Christ's sacrifice was exclusively for the sins of others. God, in his grace and mercy, accepted the temporary covering of the death of animals until the time when he would send his son Jesus to be the final permanent sacrifice for the sins of those he would redeem. Verse 33 continues, "But an outsider shall not eat them, because they are holy." The outsider, or zur, is introduced into the Bible here. In this context, it means anyone who is not of the ordained priestly line of Aaron. Not even a regular Levite could eat of it. This word comes from a primitive root, which means to turn aside, as if you're going to go into lodging. And so it speaks of a stranger or a foreigner. It is someone who is not a part of what is going on in the usual dealings of a place or matter. Because the food was considered holy, only someone who was consecrated as holy was to partake of it. Verse 34. And if any of the